Ow.
Back again.
Ladies and gentlemen, roosters and hens, and everything else in between. Cock Talk, we are back. We are 30 minutes late, but that's how we do it. We got
This is just normal time.
It's just normal time, yeah.
We're okay.
Every time we're on is normal time.
Yep.
Haven't they figured it out?
I think once we get past 10:30, you can say we're late.
Yeah.
No, if we rug pull you in no show, we will go.
Something's wrong if that happens, or we're on vacation. That could be both.
The only time we will give ample time if we're not going to be on.
For sure.
But as always, we are back. We have as the Coop Collective, we have myself, MBF Express, Tyler. We have Josh doing something different every week. Grateful Coops, but we got some cool stuff going on tonight. And of course, man with the theories, we got at Waddle Waddle Racing. Blake, gentlemen, how we doing?
Fantastic.
Solid.
Yeah.
I'm
still feeling
cold.
fine. Josh is cold. His garage is getting cold, 45 degrees. It's going to be really funny soon. But yeah.
It was funny. My boss asked me the other day about some guy driving up from the south to pick up some equipment. And I asked him when it was going to happen. He's like, oh, I'm not sure. And I'm like, well, you better get up here soon because it's not uncommon for snow to fly before Halloween. And that day it just happened to be like 85 degrees. It hasn't been above 65 since, and today it was like 40.
Naturally.
Yeehaw. Woohoo. Love it.
All right, so we'll get into the normal setup here. We'll take a look at Butterman's chart. We got a little bit to get into with the dev blog, and obviously, not exactly what everyone wanted to hear, but it's still okay because it's still one of those things where these devs came right out, told us exactly, they gave us a breakdown. I'm still feeling fine. And, we got some information about their plans moving forward, and we'll get into a little bit later. But how we looking right now on this Butterman blog, my man? How's how the chickens looking at this point?
Oh, they're hanging.
Like, could we just not this episode? Although it is still a beautiful time to be trying to snipe something through and find something that you want, because we're at a point now where the listings are coming in. Actually, what's nice is we're not seeing a whole lot of people dump. There really isn't. It's been a couple here and there that I have found a way to fail on every single one. I liked it better when there was less people trying for these birds.
It's not less people. It's not more people. It's just Snorlax.
Snorlax.
I get you.
Damn you.
But to your point, though, I was gonna say the change in percentage of for sale and that are listed and being bought is it seems to be at a pretty even pace, so the numbers really haven't changed a whole lot. Prices are pretty steady. The floor is dipping. It's just, seriously, you should tell your friends to buy now.
Yeah, there's no excuses.
No.
So anybody that knows about chickens right now, I don't want to hear anybody say, well, I wish I woulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Get them now before ETH goes up too.
Speaking of no excuses, Blake, Whitebeak update?
Nope. I haven't even bought any ether yet. So
that's unfair.
I've just got my
that's unfair. I was setting you up. I knew
Daniel Smith Dev would be proud. The Whitebeaks have gone up 1.4% other than everything else.
I might not buy any chickens right yet. I might just put a little bit in for racing coming up. So I haven't decided.
That's another one that I'm just like, I'll pass that bridge when I come to it.
Yeah.
I understand that. I might be a little behind on that.
So chickens are where they are. The market is as it's been. It's just one of those things that patience is a virtue, and it will come soon, people, for real. It's gonna hit us. A lot of people keep saying, "Oh, next week it's gonna be awesome. Next week is the week." Next week might be the week.
Well, that's we might as well
or a
get
couple
into
weeks
it
actually.
Just a little bit now, because we'll get into more where they broke down the dev blog a little bit later. But We did have, and they listened again. They always seem to be listening. And yeah, so it's a little bit bummer to know that a team is just going to go ahead and work straight through their weekends, but that's commitment. That's commitment to everything they have here. Apex came in and said that the team and the devs came together and they all decided we're going to work through the weekends. We're going to put in some extra time and we're going to see if we can keep this thing rolling on pace. So I don't think that's in any way guaranteed that it's October beta, but they're committed and they really like their chances to get this thing out, closer to on time as they thought.
It's coming at the end of the day. I mean, we've waited this long. What's an extra week, 2 weeks into November? That's my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. And everything, and obviously we'll get into this a little bit more later, but the last thing we want is a buggy, strange kind of situation where our money's on the line and we can't trust what's coming out, and all that hype that we could have capitalized will fall apart really quickly and turn into frustration and FUD and all that bit. So
again, I think they're learning from other games and other things that have already done that. They've kind of jumped out trying to get a game done and then fixed it after the fact. Get it done right. As they said, there's money on the line, so they want to make sure it's done right. So I'm not worried about the timing of it myself.
I'm not. I mean, hell, how long has it been really in reality? We're talking these chickens first dropped in July. It's October. I mean, and in real life, that's not that long ago. I mean,
yeah, for some of us, it's weird when I pop on sometimes and I see transactions that have happened, not minting, but just like actual transactions, and it says 2 months ago, and I'm like, man, this space, sometimes when you're waiting for something in this space feels like forever, and then other times it's just like, wow, it just happened, didn't it? Like it was just there, and that was 2 months ago, and it feels like yesterday in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I found out about this end of May, early June, so going on 6 months. Yeah, not quite.
And in the grand scheme of all things, that is no time at all. I mean,
right. And with a fluctuating racing, almost with a fluctuating ETH price, and not to make this any type of like financial advice about what's coming for ETH, but we do know that a lot of times with the NFT markets, that, and quite frankly, even just with the crypto markets, people like to see a little bit of strength and support at a certain number, and will it hold, and will this dip again, and when that. There will be a time when people will just say, all right, enough is enough. It appears like it's going to either stay here or it's going to move. And, we're not just going to let all this product sit at the floor the way it is right now. It doesn't take much. Sometimes it's just pulling out one little pebble, snowball effect. And next thing I've been actually kind of just semi-curious about just how we haven't had I don't want to say a second cuppy, not like there's just like a dime a dozen cuppies hanging out there, but there are certainly some big people in this space that are probably just biding their time.
Oh, they'll come. I mean, once they see racing and the racing videos come out, and I think it's inevitable.
Oh, for sure. Especially once once we get to the point to where we see talents. Yeah, early beta and open beta, it might not be, I don't know, it might not be what some people expect.
The way I look at it is
when we get to the point to where we see a talent deployed in actual racing, and we actually have people going, oh my God, this game is awesome on Twitter, and showing off their winnings or this kind of thing like that. As soon as that stuff goes live and this gets to the masses.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've bought if you've bought before talents come out, I think you're early. That's mine.
Yeah.
If you've gotten chickens before the talents are deployed, you're still early. So
and poor Luke Antonio in the chat goes, "Don't worry, it's holding better than my crypto dad." And it's nothing to FUD them or FUD any project, because we're in a lull period right now. But there was a guy that came in the chat recently in the main Chicken Coop chat and was just like, "Ooh, I just sold a bird for 0.45. I hope I did okay." And it's like, well, 0.45 is a nice little chunk of change right now. You minted it, so that's cool. And I was thinking to myself, and I was thinking, like, you know what? As he was asking what like the first mint was, like back when it was 0.033. And I was thinking, like, you know what? That was all when ETH was under 2K. And now it's doubled. And
Mm-hmm.
we're still above floor. And it's like that really hit me for a second. I was like, just relax, because this has held despite ETH booming.
Well, and you're not seeing a
Yeah.
bunch of people just throw a bunch of birds out on the market either to, recoup that in ETH. Like, again, I think a lot of people are bullish on this game.
Oh, very bullish. That term's so
Yeah,
funny to me.
I'm still sitting comfortable, and I'm still maximizing. And I had a little bit of purchase paralysis for a while there, because I kept eyeing up wanting a Sarama, and then I got enough WETH to get a Sarama. Then I'm like, maybe I'll wait for something else. And then I think it becomes crazy, because I want to buy everything. But of course, as always, and we're giving away one tonight. The Sultans remain disrespected. They just do. They continuously remain it. Like
this bird's price we're giving away tonight is skyrocket here in a few months. So
yeah,
this is a holding bird. Whoever gets it for sure.
This bird is coming from the Friendly Futter. Goes by Hunt in the chicken derby chat. He's been playful and just messing around, and I came in the one time during the whenever there's a announcement that isn't quite what everyone's hoping, he comes in and does all the cliche stuff, and it's fun. It's just joking around, because I know he's bullish. I mean, hell, he's giving away a Sultan. He's
a player. I can tell.
Yeah, and I'll
he's just having fun.
I'll out him just a little bit. He was just like, I want to beat the best bird you've given away. I was like, well, our buddy P. Watkins got himself a 99 fan group, and he was like, whoa, okay, so about that. He was like, I have a Sultan. I was like, there you go. Technically, it's better.
I don't know. Is it though?
No, I don't know. It's better heritage.
I don't know.
But yeah, heritage.
The 99 Sultan. Yeah, the 99 fan group was like, oh.
But
okay.
this bird tonight,
this
bird tonight is one of the better birds that we've given away for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good looking Sultan, and I had it on our original tweet out there. So a little bit of information on that. In a few minutes, we're going to be dropping a keyword for you all in the chat. We're going to let people kind of like cycle in right now. And what I like about this is that we're giving away one of the best birds. You'll get it just about immediately. And it's the diehards. It's the people that are really hanging around right now, which is cool. So if you're in the chat, when we give you the cue, you just got to type in a word. I'll give about, we'll see how the chat looks and how it filters in, somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes for everyone to drop it in there. And at the end of the show, we will spin the wheel and someone will get that bird.
Oh yeah.
Can't beat that.
No, not at all.
Like you said, I like that it's going to the ones that are the diehards, the ones that are paying attention right now. Mm-hmm. Really are the ones that deserve.
Should we show off the bird?
Yeah, let's see it.
Why not?
It's a good looking one too. Really appreciated the contribution from, there's a bunch of underscores in his damn name. Hold on. It is @_H_T_D. Hunter is what he goes by on Twitter. Hit him up. I put his handle on the tweet. Give him some love. Show him some love. Show him some follows on Twitter. He just wanted to drop this in because he loves this community and he likes what everything's doing here, and he just likes the welcoming feel that the Chicken Derby chat has, and the fact that people can come in and ask questions and not get chased off and the whole bit. And that's what makes this community great, is that when someone comes in and wants to talk and has a question or feels a little uncomfortable about something, it's like, we're here to talk it out. We're here. If you got a good criticism, if you have a good way of bringing up something to everybody, we're going to talk it out every time. You're always going to find somebody who's willing to have, good conversation about what's going on, and not just be like, hey, no negativity allowed in here. We're all here to talk this out and figure this thing out as we go.
Well, too, and at the end of the day, we're all the beginners of this. We're all the OGs or whatever, of Chicken Derby as a whole. So we're going to be interacting with each other a lot throughout the hopefully next year, couple coming years and stuff. So it's all the core group is what's going to keep that negativity away, I think.
Oh yeah. So, if I could take your attention away from whatever you're looking at and feast your eyes on this gorgeous, what is that, sapphire with a pink comb and waddle, nice, bulging eyes. They just had a little tidbit on the sapphire color about how it was the gem of the, Ottoman Empire or something like that.
Right.
And how they were valued and how people would paint their chickens the color to try and pass them off as
they would paint their sultans. Yeah,
fake
it's
sultans.
wild.
Yeah. No, that's a good looking bird, and we can see what's.
Yeah, and those bulging eyes for me, like, and I know this is just like a me thing, but those bulging eyes will always kind of be the OG eyes. They're the first ones I saw. They're the first ones that jumped out to me, and they just look the most just like fun and cartoonish. It's right in your face. I really enjoy those.
Nice 90 blue rooster hen.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Little uncommon comb and waddle that'll eventually come into play. 10%, opposed to the normal 15s. Eventually, that'll matter, and as everything will, and we'll discover that as we go.
Yeah. Better than
exhausted eyes. Yeah. And of course, I buy a vampire exhausted eyes, and then I have like instant regret, even though it's a good price. And then I instantly put it back up on the market just to break even. And it's like, yeah, this isn't going anywhere. And my sister was like, why are you selling a vampire? You got it for 0.12. I'm like, I don't know. I'm an idiot. And I bought exhausted eyes, and now I'm stuck with it. Watch it turn out to be my best bird that I never sell.
I honestly don't even pay attention to the eyes.
Oh, I know. I'm such a smacked ass with that stuff.
No, but yeah, that's so yeah. Shout out to @Hunt in the Discord chat for the fun FUD and the chicken giveaway. Better make sure you give him a talk, or give him a thank you, I should say, rather.
A talk.
Thank you.
A talk.
Hunt.
Yeah, give him a talk too.
You.
Tell him to quit fudding around.
It's all right. Fud Fighters Incorporated will be there next time. He doesn't like the update, but he promised a huge update, but he has no way of promising that. So he knows nothing about it, but just gave it and promised it. So I like it. As long as everyone's having fun and ribbing with each other, it's going to be a fun place.
Oh, for sure.
Until it explodes, but we'll see.
Oh, it's going to be hard to keep up with the main chat here in a few weeks for sure.
Yeah. Well, our Discord, the Coop Collective Discord, will be ready by then. So teasing that out just a little bit. We're getting that worked up a little bit right now. We got the bot set up. We got some things going. Shout out to Bearded Donut for taking care of a lot of that stuff for us.
Yes, sir.
And always just love the way this community is just here and ready to do things. And we're ready to collab. There's going to be a spot just for collabs and anything people want to talk about in the new Discord. We want this to be a place that almost feels, it's just going to sound a little corny, but we want it to feel like home.
Yeah.
Wanted to feel like that place you just drop in and talk with the people that are really into this game, and just with unbridled nerd, just talk about this game any way you want to, without any shame, without worry that you're going to exhaust somebody, because that's we're tired of exhausting our partners. We're driving them crazy. So let's talk to each other about it.
Well, for real, like think of the Coop Collective as Blake put it right away. It's a one-stop shop for everything. We're pretty much a mini mall, people. I mean, you can come in and hell, we've got
Main Street of a small town.
We're slinging caramel.
Yeah, that too.
Speaking of, we're gonna pause 30 seconds for
station identification.
No.
Yeah, it's me again. But see, this time I had a question for you. Are you basic? Hey, that's okay. No shame, baby. Just get yourself some pumpkin spice caramels for the holidays at shotwellcandy.com. Oh yeah, they got all sorts of goodies up in there. Don't forget to use promo code COCKTALK20 to get yourself 20% off. Shotwell Candy Company. Eat caramel, be awesome. Do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. The gorgeous. No shame, baby.
No.
You can enjoy your
shame
pumpkin
at all.
spice any time of the year you want.
Pumpkin
you can't
spice
because
is
it's limited
good.
time flavor.
I'm okay to channel my inner white girl for some
It's hard not to eat the whole bag.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we had a whole like wasn't a fight by any means, but about how words are supposed to be pronounced, and people were saying caramel. Like there's an A in there.
Caramel.
It's
You can't just
caramel.
throw away
It was
the A
caramel
that's
like
sitting
my
there.
whole life.
Caramel.
growing up,
This isn't bologna or
but I
kernel.
did
I'm not going to
swap
allow
up
it.
to caramel. I guess.
I make a point of saying Bologna and colonel when I see those two words. They piss me off so much. Caramel, people.
Caramel.
Pecan maple bourbon.
Pecan.
Sorry,
Oh,
y'all
there it
Southerners.
is.
Do not.
Someone was calling me out
Pecan.
for that the other day. wasn't it?
No. Yes.
Was it Chewy?
Well, no.
Spiver
Oh.
came in and
Yeah.
Oh,
ripped
yeah,
on
yeah,
me.
yeah.
He
That
said
was
I got
funny.
500 problems, and 501 is the fact that I'm saying pecan instead of pecan. Sorry, this ain't a Star Trek villain, people.
Hey, what are the colored things that kids write with?
Crayons.
Okay. Crowns.
The crayons. There's a Y in there. You can't
Crayons. They're crayons.
you can't just ignore it. The crayons, you knaves.
Jeez.
Caramel
All right.
crayons.
Caramel crayons. All right. So Tyler, are you ready to work? them
Okay, yeah.
fingers?
I feel like we got everyone in the chat now. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you. Let's see. I'm looking at 10:52 right now.
Let's give
So
him a
I'm-
minute. Look,
Yeah, I'm gonna wait
how
for that
long
to go
you
to
giving him?
10:53.
A minute.
Oh
They
no,
need to-
no, more than a minute. I'm like, I meant like that, not like
5 minutes.
metaphorically.
All right, here we go.
guess.
10:53 just
I
hit.
don't know.
At,
5 minutes?
At
10 minutes?
10:58, I'm shutting it down.
Oh,
It'll be no more. So we're gonna be under 5 minutes here. All you have to type into the chat is hunt.
HUNT, right?
Careful there.
hunt.
Hunt. HUNT. It's easy. He's so gracious
Like
to give us
hunting
this
them
Sultan bird.
birds.
Drop it in there, and you'll be ready. And I will be putting them into the spinner wheel,
That's
and
5
we'll
minutes.
spin it off.
Oh, you better get going.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Okay. See
Slow
you in hell.
down.
All
Shit, I
right.
should have put slow mode on.
I'll be back.
Good luck with that. Good thing there's only 40 viewers. People, hey, just so you'll know, only put your name in once because it's only going in once. Tyler will
Yeah,
get it. Trust me.
I'll find you.
Just type it once, people. Please. Grazie.
All right. Beautiful.
Grazie.
But
Yeah. So should we dive into this dev blog a little bit?
yes.
Yeah. I'm okay with that. Pull it up.
Pull that up.
Yeah. So we have we didn't get the news we were looking for. No, but we did get some really cool news in my opinion. And as they've said here, the development's going great and well. The devs have done some great work. The race logic is implemented. Smart contracts are ready. We've run test races and the chickens are looking great.
If I could just interject real quick, Angus Proudfoot is a hell of a name. Honestly, that is a hell of a name. That's a good one. I jokingly introduce myself sometimes when I'm drunk as Tyler Moonbeam. Angus Proudfoot, that takes it. I enjoy that a lot. If that's your real name, that's awesome. Sorry, proceed, Josh.
That's okay.
Where were you at?
We really want to launch the private beta this month, but we've reached a point where we can't guarantee that anymore, given that people have invested so far and that money will be on the line with these races. We don't want to launch a buggy game. I want to pause right there because right there that shows that they care about the community and the investors, which is us and you, and that they don't want to put out a shoddy game. And I love that. And even though it is early beta, that's even better. Like, think about that. They don't want to release a shitty game early beta. And when you know there's going to be changes and tweaks and adjustments and all this other fun stuff to the game. So that right there tells me this team is going above and beyond for us and the game and the future. And that makes me even more bullish, even though it sucks that the game isn't coming or the early beta drop isn't coming out right now, or this week. But hopefully we get some news on the airdrop soon. That'll kind of get some people excited again. And it's just, I think that right there just tells you how, like I said, invested they are in this game and how well they want it to do.
Yeah, and something that's really important here too to understand is linking this back to the only other game that's a racing game that has come out before with Zed. When Zed first came out, it was a bit buggy. When Zed first came out, it was also just dots and 2D. So it was very limited. And they were also launching to only a couple hundred people. Yeah, we have about 54 or 5,400 wallets. So I'm assuming this is launching to somewhere between like 4,000 people. So this isn't a small launch in that regard. So having this be right at this moment is huge. And I appreciate it because, like I said earlier, all of that hype and fun that we could have been experiencing through this could just be eradicated if it's not something that's fun when we see it.
Another thing this tells me too is beta, as far as like the closed beta, may not last very long.
I just what I mean? Say, 1 minute, people, if you haven't put Hunt in the chat. Sorry to interrupt you. 1 minute, people.
They may get in
time for you.
They may get into open beta pretty quickly. The actual closed beta may not last as long, because if they have all the bugs and the kinks worked out, before they even launch it, these people that are waiting to get in and don't get in on the closed beta shouldn't have to wait long, I don't think.
Well, and I believe they even said earlier on that the closed beta will not be as long, it will not be that long of time. They said it'll probably be a couple weeks of closed beta, and then they're going to do open beta, which is, I believe, anybody that is in and owns a chicken can then be involved in the open beta. Right? Am I wrong in that?
Right. Yep. Right.
Right. And I think we're right around the 11 or 1,200 person that's actually initial beta, but all eyes are going to be on this. That's the crazy part of it. Like, I know only 1,100 of us are going to actually have the privilege to be able to jump in there, and we signed up early. But every single person that owns a bird is going to want to see what's coming out, and they're going to be paying attention and following. And when the day comes, we're gonna, like we said last week, we're going to be dropping everything we're doing when we can to get that first stream out and really see if we can broadcast it.
All right, it's 58.
Is it time?
So did you get these last two stragglers?
Is Joe Gunn
and the Three Stupidos? That's a cool band name. Joe Gunn and the Three Stupidos. You guys need to collab.
Are we done? Or did we get...
we got one more that snuck in. I think we can allow it.
All right. Last one right there. Did you get it, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm still rolling through. I'm actually still at 10:53.
Okay.
I'm a slow typer, and I was trying to talk.
All right.
Too,
well, if it says 58 next to the name, you're in. There you go.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, the timestamps are there, so we're good.
So woohoo is the first 59. It is closed, people. So Tyler will let you calculate that, and I will keep going on this dev blog.
Sounds good.
We estimate we'll need another 2 to 3 weeks of development to be certain that everything is functioning as it should. We know this isn't the news you want to hear. It also isn't the news we want to give, but you all deserve to know how things are going. Yeah, again, I can't say enough how I think that is awesome that they are just upfront with us, transparent.
Yep.
And they don't want to release something crappy even in early beta. It's awesome. Excuse me. On a more positive front, here are some of the things we've gotten completed. Implemented the backend APIs to front-end template. MetaMask sign-in verification complete. Added save logic, so races are now saved once finished and can be rewatched later. That's cool. And one thing I'm curious on is will all the races be just like public, like in a forum, like a race results forum where it posts all the videos for everyone to see?
I'm sure it'll do it by the day, or within the last 24 hours or whatever.
Yeah, or what would be cool is if it cataloged even back to 7 days, so you had a full week of. But that takes some server to hold all that video, and but it would be pretty awesome. Go ahead.
But no, and even there'll be people that'll save them probably a few days even longer than whatever the devs do at first anyways, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So entry fee and prize distribution payout and smart contracts written. That's pretty big. all the terrain assets are complete, so now your chickens have something they'll be able to run on. Here's a sample from each, as well as a full-size version of the snow terrain. Yeah, these look pretty good, I'm not going to lie. You imagine your chicken running on that, and then, you know, depending on what they plan to do with the that 3D that they've been working on.
Yeah.
I mean,
They've been popping a few of those out recently.
yeah, pretty cool.
All right, we got 44 people in the chat, and I got 44 entrants. That looks good.
Hey, all right.
Just be careful, CJ Butterman. There's another CJ in this one, so one of you might have a heart attack later. So,
yeah, the
All
snow
right.
one looks pretty good. So there's not much left here. We'll finish this up. And last week they shared a video of the website in action. There was a lot of feedback in regards to the lane selection. And this was another huge shout out to them and how awesome they are. We heard your concerns regarding the feature and have decided to remove it. No more lane selection. Rando, which I love. I like that. So it's not like you can go in and hawk lane 2 or lane 7 because they're the best. But also, like, I don't know how that, like, here's why I don't understand the lane preference in a straight race. There's no turns, so it wouldn't really matter which lane, other than the fact of your talent being deployed in a specific lane.
Again, I think this is kind of as we speculated. There's going to be some type of spook factor of who your chickens are next to is going to have some factor on how they race this particular race.
But if you can't see the bird before the race or when you're picking,
well, we don't know.
Gate,
they're going to be randomized. It's going to just end up being a spook factor. Whoever's on both sides of your bird are going to have some type of factor in play, and even then, so whenever talents get deployed.
Yeah, and what I really liked about this is the little piece that's in there right afterwards where they talked about that there will be some type of metric where they're looking to not completely optimize, but somewhat optimize the lane that they put you in based on your talent. So they actually, the little spot there, and I'm sure Josh will go over in a second, they actually focused on that. And I think that's important because now we don't have to worry about the idea of just sitting around and waiting for these spots to fill. That's a frustrating thing. We heard that from Zed 1,000 times. All the people from Zed came in over and over again, said it's a problem, it's a problem, it's a problem.
Yeah.
And, I just love how it didn't even take, one cycle. Like one of these weeks feels like a cycle, but it didn't even take one cycle for them to be like, all right, loud and clear. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and the problem is you don't have races get filled because no one wants that lane. Or it's something on the lines of that lane sucks or it's nerfed too bad. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
People will dodge other birds. You know what I mean? They'll start.
See, that's why I think that should be anonymous as well. Just see the number 1 through 8. Once it hits 8, then you see who's in the race. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, because for the most part, you should really be focusing on the fact that my bird, I feel like I have figured out the track and the distance, the terrain and distance that my bird does best on. So once you figure that out, then you should actually just feel strong about your bird in general. So
right. Shouldn't matter what lane or
So, yeah, I agree. When you enter your chicken in a race, what lane it'll run in is randomly determined after the race has been filled. Since some talents are more effective when not on an edge lane, we'll also be implementing some logic that will ensure they are placed in more central lanes. That will come into effect when talents are deployed, which is, towards the end of the year, I believe, according to the roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
We need to look for future episodes. We need to look into what talents may be push your bird more towards the center lane. Like what ones affect both sides of the bird?
In the early, it was like
machete.
It was like the second or third episode, I identified that they almost looked like it was 50-50. So I'll go over that again and I'll look at my notes because it seemed just based on strictly reading the artist breakdown, it seemed like there was about half them that appeared to be a singular.
Yeah.
And other ones that seemed like they could affect multiples, but it all depends.
And there's also
because
the ones that are defensive and speed or rest.
Right. So that's another thing. Like it's a moving walkway may only
which are the singular ones you'd think.
Yeah, it may only affect you, but like we saw that little tidbit from shows ago where it said it might actually restore your power or actually
And
give you a
also
little bit of energy. Yeah.
I thought it also said that the crew building the moving walkway would knock the chickens around in
Yeah,
the lanes
crack construction
opposing
crew shows
because
up.
they're
Yeah.
in the way.
And it's rare, so you'd imagine that it probably does have a little extra effect on others. So
And like, and like fan group, for example, it takes out and the group comes in from behind you and it probably hoards any chickens that are in the group. But here's the thing that I don't get. I guess if your chicken runs, your chicken is supposed to run faster, I think, in that situation.
It gets scared and runs away. Yeah. That's
what if the
what
crowd like sucks in the chickens in the lanes that it's taken up and like carries them too?
or spits them out or knocks them over
or
and
spits
just
them
makes
out
them
on the back's end.
Yeah.
Rolls them, trampled. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to
this.
that.
It's just so goofy.
Well, someone was like, I can't wait for the machete animation. And it's like, yeah, but the machete animation is only going to be good once you can see what happens to the people next to them. Like it's just going to be a swinging a machete, but once you see a head pop off.
Sound effects are going to be huge
Yeah.
to the viewing experience.
Well, and I think they know that because even in the hype
Yeah.
video, you hear like, even like the chickens when when they do the cut scenes, like the one chicken, it sounded like he was balking, like he was shifting a car. It was like, bark, bark, bark.
How good would it be in the cutscene in the machete?
They need some really, like, I don't know, nerdy background music, like that's fainted in the background.
Yeah, like I just love during that cutscene if like the machete comes out and the chicken next to him just goes, bark. And then you
see the sheer terror.
Yeah, you see the terror. Yeah.
And then like how you put it in like the third or fourth episode of like, and then he just chucks the machete out into the crowd after wielding it crazily.
Yeah.
And I actually said in the chat the other day that I like whenever we see the black hole talent deployed, I really hope that, I hope there's spectators for the race, like even if they're just fake, but it'd be kind of cool that like to have like people spectate and like there's a chicken out on the other side of the fence. Like that's the person watching the race. Like if people are viewing it from the outside and if a black hole ever gets deployed, I want everything sucked in.
Everything and then just like maybe spat out again like once it's done. Yeah.
You just see him falling in the background.
The crowd just like runs. Everyone turns away and runs. Yeah.
Oh man, I can't.
Or
wait.
like when Royal Procession shows up, everyone stands up and bows or something as they go by. Like that'd be cool too. We'll see. It's awesome. All right, so moving into the little metaverse teaser picture here.
Yeah,
interesting
this
stuff.
This was cool. They first off we said last week that they hired up to what they're at 15. Well, they are at it again, and the developers are working on the racing. CDA and I have been discussing the metaverse and what you'll be able to do there. It's still the early days, but we do have big plans. We want the metaverse to add a lot of extra functionality and value to the chickens. We also hired a new artist who did this concept sketch of the metaverse. And yeah, I mean, they're just hiring people left and right, and this thing looks cool.
Now, Blake pointed out, see some circular tracks there, right? Yeah, that's not exactly like we were saying they don't turn, but on this little sketch, 2 of those tracks look like an actual, either oval or circle track. So that'd be cool if eventually something like that actually gets instituted.
Yeah. Who knows?
Both of those.
Maybe I'm wrong in the lane selection and that the tracks won't turn.
If you go to the left though, that's a straight track.
Yep.
So the first ones, the first generation of tracks may be that one on the left. The future
one on the lower right, because the middle one looks like it's the big show.
It does. You're right. Like that looks like the actual main event. So as these games, as any of these games that we have, like I think the easiest way to look at this is like some of our app games on our phone. And you could even look back at the way that like new content would come out in these games, and in early days they'd make you buy the extended versions or the extra maps for online player and like the new modes, and now they just upload them for you for the most part. And Fortnite does that a lot, but after this thing gets rolling and pumping, there's going to be a new season that comes out. They're going to need to create a little bit more interest, there's going to be plenty of interest for us to keep playing, but to give us more interest as it goes is only going to help. So instituting something like that and new tracks and new dynamics, like once we figure the game out, they go, hey, here's something else to figure out, and we can go crazy again.
These maps are like the first gen of Madden, is the way I look at them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. No, very cool and very, very awesome things to look forward to for the future and what the metaverse could be. And again, just to point out again, that's now 16 people on the dev team.
At least, because after they
That we
said
know of.
15, they said that they were interviewing. They told us there was 15, and then a day or two later, they said they just interviewed 20 people for more positions.
Wow.
They didn't say how many they were hiring of that 20, but so yeah, I love to see it growing out, and I know they're going to keep growing this thing. And the fact that they're now working nights and weekends to try to knock this thing out, that's awesome. That makes me just very thankful of that, obviously. And I know it's in their best interest as well, but they see how excited we are. They see every single time Friday comes around that there is there's a core group of people, and then when Friday comes around, there's always more people that have either been around before or find their way back, and it's gonna flood because the people that are dedicated to this game are really interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shows by the holders, right?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strong holders. I saw Sarama. This was awesome. A Sarama for 0.44. I think it was a 94 Sarama, sold about 20 minutes before the show, and it was that person's first bird. Someone noticed it because I'm not the only crazy person who's checking every single sale that goes off, and they welcomed him. They were like, "Yeah, welcome to the coop," and then that person jumped in right away. So that was pretty cool. I like seeing the idea that it's like we get pumped when we see a new wallet just showed up.
Absolutely. You love seeing new people get into the game.
Yeah.
I love when people tell their stories about who they brought into the game. Yeah, I brought my buddy from the water cooler in. He's never owned crypto in his life, but he loves racing.
Yeah, it was ash.eth. What do I think is in the chat? Because I think I put that in there. Yeah.
Those are the tough ones for me.
Not to name drop or shout out anybody, but I believe when we were on Crypto Poppy's show, he said he got his dad in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to get the whole family a chicken. Why not?
Awesome. Yeah.
So Tyler, are you ready?
Are we ready to spin this?
You think so?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I have it all right here. I got 44 people. Let's just look this up a little bit.
We're going to spin two, right? One in case somebody doesn't.
Correct. And here's how it's going to break down pretty simply. You should be in the chat already, which is great.
Hope you didn't leave.
Yep. And the last couple of times we've done this, people pop up immediately. They're like, "I'm here." Like they don't give us a second. They're just like, "I'm here." So we'll give you a few minutes, and obviously we'll spin again if we don't see anybody. But we have the wheel here. We'll get ready, and I will as long as I have
I think I've got it set up. You can take it. I'll stop.
Share the screen. Let me just
Go
make
ahead
sure
and take it.
no one can see my snipes
the wheel.
that I'm trying to get here.
Hide your snipes.
Hide my snipes. Get out of here, you punks. Okay. All right. Here's the wheel. Nice and simple. Let me blow that up all the way. Yeah. Sultan Bird. We got our 44 entrants here. Just give you a little idea. There's everybody. This is actually pretty cool because most of the time we're looking at a 1% chance. We're closer to just over a 2% chance right now. There's only 44 people that are in this one. So this is pretty cool. I'm excited. These are diehards. These people that really want to be part of this. So here we go for a 90 Sapphire Sultan with Pink Comb and Waddle. Can I get a countdown?
3,
2.
There you go, Blake. Thanks. 1.
Hey, let's go.
Off. Spinning
to win a chicken.
Good luck, everybody.
See, this is where I believe we need the music that some people in the Coop Collective chat are working on.
Okay,
Sarah
Carlisle. Where are we at?
Are you there? Congrats on a beautiful Sultan.
You have 10 seconds.
10.
Just kidding.
9.
No, we'll give that a few minutes. If we don't see it, okay, it's 11:15. We'll give it to about 11. Let's say 11:17. Because obviously, if you're in there, you're paying attention. Let us know. If we don't see anything, we'll spin again.
I think we should spin again just to tease them and show what they missed.
Ooh.
Just waiting to see someone up there. Hi, there she
Hey,
is.
there she
Hey.
is. Congrats,
Awesome.
Sarah Carlisle. Got yourself
Good
a
stuff.
nice Sultan. Nice.
I don't think she's here, Joe Gunn. I get it. Although shout out to Joe Gunn, he said if he won, he would donate a Dorking. So I do appreciate it. That's what I like about this community.
If he
it's
won.
just like if he won, we're not going to hold it to him. I did see people in there earlier that said, "Who's going to be the first Sarama?" I think Hunt was trying to call Cuppy at him, like maybe he should do a Sarama. Like it's like maybe he should just throw $2,000 at somebody. Like yeah, but that's awesome. Sarah Carlisle, go ahead and either through Discord or through Twitter, you can hit us up. You can either find any of us in the Discord if you want, or you can go to at Cock Talk Derby on Twitter and either send us a message or follow us there, and then send us a DM. I could probably just open up my DMs to everybody for a short while, and we'll get connected and we'll find a way. We'll just all we need from you is your wallet address, and we will send it right over to you from the Coop Collective wallet.
You betcha. Congrats again. That's awesome. Is it your first bird? Or do you have what number of birds does
Tell
this
us about
make
your
for your
coop.
Yeah. Let us
Dox
know.
yourself.
Is this
No, you
your
don't
first
have to do
Sultan?
that.
Because that's always exciting. Sometimes people, they come in on a budget and they can only get what they can get. And sometimes, for a while there, even if you were on a slight budget, the Sultan was kind of unreachable for a little bit.
And may be here in a few months or weeks even.
But not right now because they're disrespected, and I'm getting tired of seeing them go for 0.06. It's hurting my heart.
Oh man,
It's wrong
I
with
just
you
wish
people.
I had bags. Where's my money?
Yeah, I know. It's
Why
frustrating
can't
too
I just
because
put my house in there and get more chickens. My wife would leave.
how hard is it to get a credit card? Not financial advice.
Yeah. Get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Uh,
All right, so that's awesome. I'm glad we got a bird away tonight. Big shout out to Hunt at Hunter.
Appreciate it, Hunt.
Yep, and again, I will get his. We will shoot out his tweet again. I'll shout him out one more time when we do the final tweet to let you guys know who won the bird here once they contact us. And yeah, this is really cool. It's not in every single community where people just want to throw NFTs at people, and when they're this valuable, it's wild to me. So I do think it's really cool. Obviously not pressuring anyone into ever doing it. Everything has been unsolicited, which is awesome. People just come to us and say, "Hey, can we give birds away?" And it's like, of course, we'd love to do that.
yeah, giveaways are fun. I mean, I love seeing people get chickens, and what's funny is like, ironically, even, her first bird. That's like the 5th time. I was just
Awesome.
gonna say
There we go.
I would say most of the birds that we've given away on the show have all been people's first birds or their second bird, and
That's a good
that
first
is
bird.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy. Well,
Yeah.
congrats and welcome to the Chicken Club. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're in for a crazy ride. I hope you hang around. Yeah, for sure.
Greg Dalvin, guess we need to donate a candy in honor of Shotwell. And you know what? Since everybody's here, we're just going to throw that baby up one more time. Why not? I'm going to pause another 30 seconds for our lovely advertising.
Yeah, it's me again. But see, this time I had a question for you. Are you basic? Hey, that's okay. No shame, baby. Just get yourself some pumpkin spice caramels for the holidays at shotwellcandy.com. Oh yeah, they got all sorts of goodies up in there. Don't forget to use promo code COCKTALK20 to get yourself 20% off. Shotwell Candy Company. Eat caramel, be awesome. Do it.
Yeah. Get yourself some caramels.
Yeah. Shotwellcandy.com. CockTalk20 is the promo code you're looking for there. If you're interested in their holiday items, you have to pre-order them, get there soon. They sell out. I think there's a peppermint one hanging around there. There's obviously pumpkin spices right now. It's legitimately good. Like I said to some, I think
Not
I think it
just
was
caramel, it's
the
toffee.
toffee's awesome. I think it was Mac Main that actually hit us up on Twitter afterwards and was like, "All right, give me this link from last week." He's like, I was like, shout this dude out. And I said, I was like, yeah, it's so easy to show something that tastes this damn good. It really is. So huge shout out to Shotwell himself. He's awesome. And you know, I know he's super excited. He's got a hell of a coop and he's ready to rock. He'll be here for a long term too. So man, I'm hoping the vibe next week is just a little different. If it's not, we'll be here and we'll keep it going. We'll always be fair. We'll always give you a breakdown the way we see it. You know, at this point, we really haven't had a whole lot to be bothered about because we've been sitting around for 6 months waiting for this. So another week, another 2 weeks, it's fine by us. So I get that there's new people that might be a little more frustrated and just be like, I just want this. This space is crazy. But I'm telling you, it's the fruit is going to be worth the labor on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. If it comes end of November, then okay, I see the reason to worry. But we're good. It'll be here. It'll be here any week. Any week. They've been so transparent on everything. I mean, as they were even on the last week. So
yeah. And first off, shout out to White Beat Gang. And second off, Harvey. I noticed earlier in the chat you missed the first part of the show, and of course you missed the part where we gave Blake crap because he doesn't own a White Beak yet. So
shame. I don't own any extra
shame
chickens yet. I promise I will get a White Beak.
I need the meme of the Game of Thrones the nun. Shame.
I'll put a chicken head on it,
man.
Don't worry, I'm good at that. I'm sure it's coming. Yeah.
I'm gonna name it. I already got a name too.
Oh yeah,
beautiful. Yeah.
Finally.
That's good. I like that. Just put like dot. Finally.
Yeah. Finally. That's awesome. That's good.
And somebody takes it right now.
I'm just that'd be greasy. There's an honor system around here, isn't there? No.
There isn't. No,
not in the naming, not in the naming world.
Don't worry. Once Harvey, we will dox his wallet so everyone can check it out and make sure that he gets it. I'll make sure it's a big thing. I'll tweet it out and everything, all the pomp and circumstance.
You guys got anything else? See anything, Tyler, Blake?
No, I'm just ready to rock, man. This is too. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say like we're running out of things to talk about because I could just keep rolling on this, but you know, once we get this thing fired up, it's gonna be a wild ride.
I know what we can do.
Oh, what do you got?
What can we do?
Something coming?
Dun dun dun.
Oh yes. Don't forget about us.
We can show our website.
Yeah, collective.io.
Yeah, do that. Dave will love us.
Also, while you're here, I see we're down to 30. We had 40. I should have said this a long time ago. If you're new here, like and subscribe to the show. We'd love that. And also, check out coopcollective.io. It's where you can, if you got some new people you're trying to bring into the show, you can onboard them there. There's tons of articles written by the silent partner at Pecking Order Racing and Dave.
Who might not be silent soon.
Might not. I hear he got his voice back. That's always good. Yeah. He might be coming on soon. We'll love to see that. Finally
Joe Gunn said honor among NF thieves.
That's perfect.
That's good.
Yes.
That's a good name. That should be someone's name.
Yeah.
Discord handle.
That's a coop name.
Change your Discord handle.
Yeah.
No,
awesome. And as always, this is not financial advice on this show either. I know.
Yeah, and also not formally affiliated. Well, not even formally. We're not affiliated with the with Chicken Derby whatsoever. We're just three fans that like to wear tinfoil hats and speculate and talk about some cocks.
And for those that have won hats, believe me, I haven't forgot about you. I'm working out the details to make sure this gets set up properly. And we've actually
got bigger plans along that as well. So the reason why this is taking a little bit longer is because we're trying to get everything in line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sort out the way we want to do this and get some more options out to y'all and make it something that you all could get.
Yeah, and like I said, there's articles here. I've been kind of slacking on updating Butterman's weekly dev chart, but it's all here, people. There's things here you can learn about us a little bit. There's a link to the tutorial. There's a link to our Twitter, which is at Cock Talk Derby. Make sure you give us a follow there. And yeah, the one-stop shop. I like to call it the mini mall of the Chickenverse. We'll hope to have everything you need right here. And I guess
feel.
now that I've shilled that, what do you think? Is it time to go?
I think it's that time.
It's a sad
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we really do appreciate everyone coming by, and it's always fun to get someone a new bird. So that's really cool.
Again, shout out
so
to
yeah,
Sarah.
Sarah, make sure you contact us if you're having any issues finding us on Discord or on Twitter. Just go ahead and leave a comment in the show, and we'll find a way to get contact with you.
Absolutely, for sure. And yes, I am Grateful Coops in the Chicken Coop Discord. And to my left is MBF Express and Wada Wada Racing Coops right on up above.
Oh, before
Hit
we
us
go,
up. Oh,
I do want to show this.
oh yeah.
Turning the lights
damn,
out.
you forgot. You almost
I did.
forgot. Shout out
Almost
to
forgot. Shout out to at YT. I have
WT.
the beautiful. Jesus, I did that again. What is wrong with me? Hypotamus. Shout out to Hypotamus and YT. Good Lord. It's my dyslexia. You're hurting my feelings.
Toughen up, Buttercup.
I need to. All right, here it is. The beautiful.
Your feelings don't hurt bad after looking at that thing. That thing's awesome.
Yeah. This gorgeous little dude right here.
Happy birthday.
That is pretty sweet.
Got all the color changes.
Yeah, that's
The
pretty
red.
cool, man.
This thing's awesome. It sits right here, and then when my 2-year-old comes home, he just clicks this damn button. It comes with a remote with all these buttons on it. I thought he broke it at first. It's fine. It could even this one will hurt. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Flash.
Yeah.
Flash.
I put those
show.
LED lights in my radio studios, and everybody, like, of all the things, of the $1 million spent in this facility, everyone says that the LEDs are the coolest thing. And they were $30. That thing's awesome though.
It
man.
is, yeah.
For real. Shout out
Love
to
my bird.
WT.
Yeah, or as I like to call him, YT.
YT. The artist formerly known as W.
Yeah.
Man. Well, that's awesome. We love seeing that. That's the community right there. Again, more from the community. These, there's projects picking up with these chickens, man, and people are coming together, and you just love to see it. Really. But that was our show. And again, I'm Grateful Coops at MBF Express and his lovely bird. Happy birthday there. In
Happy
Waterado
birthday!
Racing, we will see you next week, people.
Thanks again, YT.
A great week.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm a grade
YT.
8. I'm
You're such
a
a
grade
tuner.
8